When my grandfather passed away, I was very sad. But when he passed away, he told me, he said, a storm is going to come, and out of that storm, a lightning is going to come and split the Sundance tree. And he said, when it splits the Sundance tree, you're going to take this tree back to your land, and you're going to continue. You're going to run this dance till you die.
Hello, I'm Salvatore Consalvi, the principal filmmaker on a documentary about Native American spiritual identity and the ceremonies that have survived enculturation, genocide, and the corporate age. Sidney HasNoHorses is a medicine man, artist, hunter, and chief. His lineage is legendary. His ceremonies are powerful, mystical, and intense. 8 years ago, we were surprised to receive such deep access to Sidney's history, his teachings, and very mystical ceremonies. And now, after 8 years interviewing and 4 years in full participation in all the ceremonies, production is complete. And our post-production team is assembled and ready to share this slow-motion collision between modern and indigenous minds, entangling Lakota cosmology with quantum field theory. It was not my first adventure in filmmaking. I had spent several years documenting life in some of the most remote and isolated deep field camps in Antarctica. The encounter, the house, and the ceremony grounds during that first interview were so powerful that I turned to the producer and said, there's a feature-length documentary in this guy and in this place. Listening to Sidney was always like flipping a switch between the harsh world of the reservation and a natural religion some 500 years ago. At other times, the conversation and even experiences would go well beyond the bounds of Mother Earth. And 2 days after the first interview, I was 12 feet away from a warrior performing an intense flesh offering in a Sundance ceremony once outlawed by the U.S. government. The next year, with plenty of media for both projects, I shelved the Antarctic documentary, and I began a 4-year ceremonial cycle. In 2013, I formed Prairie-Ice Productions and began developing The Last Ghost Dancer full-time.
We wanted these ways to live and continue for the generations coming.
So, there are many ways you can support us and help share this project with the world. Throw us a couple of bucks at the 7 Direction donation level. You can pre-purchase the final DVD, Blu-ray, or streaming video. And look for our t-shirts, posters, or one of the production landscape prints. Or you can go further and attend screenings or receive original artwork from the project. Or even look for the many ways you can become a member of the team. So, as Sidney says in the trailer, now it is time to share it with the world.
Through you learning, you'll teach a lot of people, other races, other nationalities about the Lakota way, which is also God's way.